Coached off the couch, inspiring you to get up and get active. Sponsored by Healthier Scotland in association with the Daily Record.
The Commonwealth Games are coming to Scotland in 2 years' time, and there's never been a better time for Scots to get fit.
We've enlisted some of the nation's top athletes who'll challenge and inspire a group of typical Scots to get fit by discovering a new love for sport and fitness. And to generally feel better about themselves. Each week, these champions will introduce our volunteers to 3 new and exciting challenges and give them some friendly guidance on their journey to a fitter, healthier lifestyle.
Go! Go, 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 go!
That's it! It's easy when you know how, isn't it?
For some, it may be an uphill struggle.
My nails are going to ping off.
And others might find a talent they never knew they had.
Let me give you a hug. So join us for the laughs, sweat and tears as we coach Scotland off the couch. This week we're in Midlothian with a family where Mum and the girls are pretty active. It's Dad who needs coached off the couch.
The Goodall family of 42-year-old Cammy, Jerry, who's 33, 7-year-old Murren, and Maggie, who's 5. Cammy and Jerry met when they were in the army. Now both retired from the service, former bandsman Cammy splits his time between drumming for the TA and a rock band.
Time for tea.
He also cares for the girls full-time during the week while nurse Jerry completes her paramedic training in Glasgow. Although very fit while in the army, Cammy now has a real fight on his hands when it comes to battling his desire for food.
I must think about food on average every 5 seconds, probably.
What kind of food?
Anything. You'll sit down, you'll eat this healthy meal, you know, to encourage them to eat the healthy meal and then disappear into the air cover to eat a box of after eights or whatever, you know. If you're giving up cigarettes, you know, you can stay away from people who are smoking, and you can avoid places where you can buy cigarettes. You can't do that with food.
Has it changed your eating habits?
Yeah, totally. Totally, because I'm not very good at cooking or anything like that, so Cammy does all the cooking.
How's your day?
It's great. I'm not saying like when we were younger we had a great diet, but you just ate your stuff and then you were running about anyway. You know, but Cammy's not a sportsman either, so not being sporty.
I've never actually come across a sport that I wanted to do.
So can we find something that Cammy will enjoy, but will also help him lose weight? We've 3 sports for them to try. 2 they already know about. The other is their secret wildcard challenge.
Who wants to open it?
But for Cammy, at 23 stone, with a long history of diabetes in his family, getting fit is more than just a lifestyle choice.
It's probably one of the only big arguments that we had was when you actually stormed out the house, because I can remember hoovering and saying to him, I'm going to be left with 2 kids because you're going to die because you can't stop eating.
So what do you want to change?
I want to be able to be a better father for my kids. When Maggie's in her scooter, she's just away, and I lose track of her altogether, and I can't run to catch up with her.
So how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel, you know, inadequate to the job, which is, you know, it's not a nice feeling.
For our first sport to coach Cammy off the couch, we thought some low-impact water therapy might do the trick.
Well, we're looking for something that you can all do together as a family and also something that inspires you, Cammy. And you've said that you're quite interested in trying swimming, so we thought we'd go for it in quite a big way. We've got Scotland's very own Olympic gold medalist David Wilkie and also the captain of the Scottish women's water polo team, Gail Logan.
Quite simply, David Wilkie is an Olympic legend. In the Montreal Games of 1976, he famously won the 200-metre breaststroke gold by smashing the world record, thereby cementing his place in the Olympic Hall of Fame. Cammy couldn't be in better hands.
You don't wear goggles there overnight. It might be a good idea.
Yeah.
At some stage to get a pair of goggles.
Yeah.
Because your eyes will get sore.
Absolutely.
And then also with goggles you can see exactly what you're doing when you swim. So we just start off with one length, nice and easy. Just want to have a look at you. You don't really want to lift the head up when you breathe, because what that does, it pushes the body down. So you really need to breathe to the side, okay? The legs also, just have them flowing, so don't bend the knee too much. Just to give you an idea of what we're trying to achieve. This is what I'd like you to look like, you know, next year.
Certainly what I would like to look like anyway.
While Cammy gets some intense one-to-one tuition from David, his girls discover that there's more than one way to have fun in the pool with Gail.
Big front crawl arm stroke.
Gail Logan captains both her club and her country. She competed in the 2006 Commonwealth Games and now can't wait for the Games to come to Glasgow in 2014.
So we've got the Commonwealth Games coming up in a couple of years. What are your aims in terms of the Games?
I would certainly like to be involved. I think that'll probably be the last major tournament for me. It's a fantastic opportunity with it being right in your doorstep. The fact that we're representing Scotland rather than representing a GB team, personally, I don't think you can beat it.
Being a strong, confident swimmer is key to any water sport. The cool headgear, well, that's an optional extra.
Arms in front of you, try and get the elbows high as possible too. And try and get the fingers entering in front of the body.
Well, you've got to get from here to the wall the fastest with the ball.
Off you go, just one leg. That's good, that's good.
Go, buddy!
So this time, let's do one length backstroke.
Okay.
Okay? So on backstroke, of course on your back, steady head, arms extended as you pull out of the water. Okay, make sure the arms are straight when they're out of the water and bent forward.
Swimming is an ideal low-impact sport for the joints. Regular swimming, varying the strokes, will tone all the major muscles. And with a touch of wilky speed, it could help you lose weight too.
If you were to swim half an hour every week, you would certainly find that the levels of fitness would improve. You know, everything about you would improve. So the legs are a lot better there. The arms, bend them a little bit more as you push through. Try and feel that water on the side of the arms. But it's like discipline. If you've got that attitude that you've got to do it for yourself, you've got to do it.
And nothing succeeds like persistence.
And nothing succeeds like persistence. So, 100 lengths front crawl.
David, how's Cammy getting on?
You know, in the few lengths we've done, you can see some improvement. And that's the nice thing about swimming. It actually doesn't take a lot of time to actually improve. Anybody can learn, no matter what age you are, and you're going to get benefit from it.
I really enjoyed it. Wonderful bite-sized piece of information I could take away and work on my own time. Perfect.
Because the girls love it, don't they, Jerry?
They love swimming.
Yeah.
We try to go quite a bit, but they just absolutely love it.
How did they get on with the water polo?
We really enjoyed it, actually. Murren seemed to understand what they were doing. Maggie just wanted to throw the ball about. No, it was good, apart from the hats.
If, like the girls, Cammy could learn to love the water, he'll find it easy and relatively cheap to do. There are over 400 public access pools in Scotland. A 1-hour session in a public pool costs under £5, and most offer lessons. And remember, always consult your doctor before taking up any new physical activity. But being active is only part of the solution. Cammy knows his relationship with his grub has to be addressed quickly. So we asked nutritionist Jamie Mart to give him and Jerry some advice.
When you're looking to try and lose weight, there's a couple of important messages that I think would really help you get on your way. First of all is reading your labels. So once you've read your labels, you know what's in your food, great. The second thing is thinking about portion control.
I have a tendency of plating Jerry up exactly the same portion sizes as I plate up for myself.
One simple way of thinking about portion sizes is to just look at your hands. If you look at your hand sizes, you can use them as a guide to figuring out what kind of portions you should have. So in terms of grains and starches, general carbohydrates, a fist will give you a good indication of how much you should have on your plate in terms of carbohydrates. So if you think about a baked potato, it's probably a little bit big for me, but it might be a good example for you as the kind of size that you should have on your plate.
When you talk about things like rice and pasta, and you're saying that's roughly about a fist size, is that cooked or uncooked?
Uncooked. In terms of meat and fish, it's your hand out flat. So it's usually a portion of chicken, a portion of salmon that's about the size of a flat hand. So if you look at this salmon here, if you put your hand out, it's probably about right for you. Portion sizes for fruit and vegetables would be what you could fit into your hands when they're cooked together. So if you put your hands together, there you go, that would probably be about a portion of fruit and vegetables for you. In terms of strawberries, you could put some more in there if you open it up. It's getting bigger, so you can for yourself, if you cup your hands together, there's your apple. Sure. So it's one portion.
To find out about portion size and for more nutritional advice from Jamie, visit our website at stv.tv/coached. We're in Midlothian, where we're coaching Cammy Goodall and his gang off the couch with the help of some top Scottish athletes. The family have already taken the plunge with their first activity, swimming. And now Cammy, wife Jerry and daughters Murren and Maggie are heading to the Highlands for their second activity, mountain biking.
So we've come to Lagan for mountain biking because there's lots of variety and lots of different levels that you can cycle at. But for an added bonus, our guide today is going to be local shinty star Gary Innes.
Hello. Gary Innes is a shinty legend. He captains both the Scotland national team and his club, Fort William.
How do you use mountain biking in terms of your training?
Well, in the winter months, when it's kind of too dark to go out in the grass, it's a great way of keeping the legs going through the winter, which helps our sport and can also help many other sports as well. It's generally keeping fit and active.
Particularly in Scotland, we're not always very good at kind of blowing our own trumpet, but there's these amazing places that you can come. It's world famous for mountain biking now.
Well, absolutely, and especially the downhill World Mountain Bike track in Nevis Range in Lochaber is the top one in the world, and you know, I think we should be very proud and to have that in the facilities here in Scotland. And if for anyone that hasn't tried it, I urge you go and try it, because it certainly opens your eyes up and gets some watering, that's for sure.
Scotland has more trail centres than anywhere else in the UK. This track at Lagan in the Cairngorms is 35 kilometres with routes of varying difficulty. If they can cope with a gentle start, our plan is to test the grown-ups on one of the harder routes. We'll see if that makes your eyes water, Cammy. The Green Trail is a perfect introduction as it's mostly on the flat. Cammy seems to be fine at this level, setting a good pace with Gary. But as Maggie can't cycle yet, the girls are going at a more leisurely rate. Not wanting to miss out on the action, Jerry takes off after the boys, leaving me to play with Maggie and Murren and enjoy the Scottish countryside. Gary's aiming to lead them up onto a higher route, but the hill's already posing problems for Cammy. I think he might be wishing he was back in the swimming pool. Cycling, like swimming, has a low impact on the joints. 1 hour fast cycling can burn up to 600 calories. That's it, Cammy. Burn off those after eights. One last push and they can freewheel back down to base. Gary and Jerry are on the home straight. But where's Cammy? I'm afraid the big man's finding it all a bit tough. And to add injury to insult, ouch. Thankfully, it's only his pride that's injured. And as Cammy would say, nothing succeeds like persistence.
Here they come. Here they come. Hey!
And here are the girls to welcome their heroes home.
So how did you enjoy it?
That was cool. Really good.
That last bit was good fun, wasn't it? Coming down.
Good bit downhill.
Yeah. Mind you, you had a bit of a tumble.
I did.
How are you?
I'm okay.
But was it good fun? Is it something you can see yourselves coming to do? And...
Fabulous, yeah. I mean, it's made me a bit more determined to try a bit harder with the kids to try and get them cycling, because we have, you know, some of the kids knocking about here are Murn's age. It was great to have a local guide that knew exactly where he was going.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful.
Gary, how do you think the guys got on?
The guys were brilliant, and it was a pleasure to ride round with them, and the girls were fantastic as well, and that wheel you did at the end as well, well, I hope they caught that on camera, because that'll be good to see back.
You enjoyed the swimming? The cycling went well, probably something for a couple of years' time for you to do properly as a family together. What is your wild card? Who wants to open it?
Geocaching.
Geocaching, which is like orienteering with GPS, and each time you find your map coordinates, you get a little present.
Yay!
Oh, wonderful
presents! I told you it
presents.
was like Christmas.
Meanwhile, back at the Goodall residence, 5-year-old Maggie has got on her bike.
Jerry is really, really keen for Maggie to cycle, and I am too, because I mean it means that it gives us an awful lot of freedom as a family when she can cycle.
Turn it. That's it. Oh.
Right, keep pedaling up the path, see if you can get going.
Maggie's just got no wish, it doesn't seem to me, to actually want to go on the bike, because she's so good on the scooter.
Keep going.
Keep going, keep going, keep
I
going.
think she just sees it as largely pointless and dispiriting.
Maggie.
Push ahead with it. Nothing succeeds like perseverance.
Perseverance or persistence, we know what you mean. It's time for our geocaching wildcard. Cammy, Jerry and the girls have come to the grounds of New Battle Abbey College near Dalkeith to meet expert David Love, who's prepared a geocache for them.
Hiya. Basically what we're going to do today is go and find some treasure in the woods.
Geocaching is basically a treasure hunt, using GPS to locate boxes full of things other people have left for you to find.
If you see something inside the cache that you like, you take that out and then you put something in of equal value or more value.
They come in all shapes and sizes, some easier to locate than others.
These are nanos. If you want to go and open that up. Oh, there you go. And that's about the smallest size cache you're likely to find. And once you get used to finding those, they're not actually so difficult. They're usually hidden on railings, obviously something metallic. And you want to follow where that arrow goes, but you need to walk for it to find it, okay? There you go.
Geocaching is one of the fastest growing social media activities. A basic free membership on the dedicated website will let you download the coordinates and clues for any cache you want to find.
How far are we now?
It's 99 metres.
There are caches hidden all over the world and an online community of over 4 million people to share your experiences with. It turns a simple walk in the park into an epic adventure. As long as you know how to use your GPS.
That way.
No, it's that way.
Is it? The hill.
Down.
You're more likely to have it right than Mummy, Maggie.
19 metres.
19.
Pull it that way. I think it's up there.
Well, what we could do is we could backtrack up to where that tributary was.
Oh, well, should have gone the other way.
Right, Murren, follow your arrow then.
Their first geocache is proving to be quite a challenge, but just walking in the woods means they're getting plenty of exercise.
Come on, Maggie.
Now, we've actually got a cache description.
Oh, have we?
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Once you get nearer your cache, if you're still struggling to find it, you also have cryptic clues and puzzles from the website to assist you.
That should be an A.
Where's an R on?
So it's good for your body and your brain.
Behind large log.
There we go.
Oh, large log.
See it?
Guys, go!
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
No
What's
way.
that?
Check that out.
Hey.
Phil, what is there? Do you want to swap that sheep for that skateboard?
And finally, the 3 rules of geocaching. Make a fair swap, sign the log, and bury your cache again for the next person.
For me and a lot of other people, it's about going to the location, finding lovely places like this. You know, I would never have came here and known about this place if I hadn't been for geocaching and many other places.
I've driven past this place a couple of times and I've never you know, and it's lovely.
Yeah.
It really is lovely.
And it doesn't matter where you go in the world. Go on holiday, you know, there's 1.8 million caches in the world, you know, in over 200 countries. So the world's your oyster, if you like.
For more information on geocaching and all the other sports and activities in the series, go to our website at stv.tv/coached.
I've been geocaching on probably 5 or 6 occasions. Not always been successful in finding them, particularly the small ones, but now that I know what I'm looking for and so forth, it is getting a bit easier. Lost a stone and a half altogether since we started filming. Running up and down the stairs, you know, up at the tattoo is not easy when you're, you know, when you're 23 stone. So it's, you know, it's a lot easier when you're 21 and a half. You know?
Back home, and it looks like Maggie's been coached off the scooter. It's been a couple of months since we last saw the family, and I have to say it's a very good sign that I had to don my swimsuit to catch up with them down at their local pool.
Jerry, just remind me what we were hoping to get out of this whole experience.
Just spending more days with the kids and hopefully getting a bit fitter. And the kids have been coming to their lessons. We've had Maggie out on her bike. She can now do her bike on her own. Daddy's had them away geocaching as well, so but we couldn't find it.
It's tiny. How have you found it?
I've really kind of embraced it, I think. You know, I can feel myself getting a bit trimmer and sort of, you know, I'm not as out of breath and I can run after them a bit more. And really, I mean, that's all it's about, you know, trying to get fit enough to have fun with the family.
Right, so you keep telling me, you two, about how well your swimming's coming on. Let's see it then. Let's see how you're getting on.
Okay. Off we go.
So Maren and Maggie are getting better at their swimming all the time. Maggie's now even diving. But most importantly, we found something that Cammy can do with Jerry and the girls that's having lots of fun and keeping him fit.
Coached off the couch. Inspiring you to get up and get active. Sponsored by Healthier Scotland in association with the Daily Record.